أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له من دون الله وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن سيدنا وحبيبنا وأسوتنا وشفيعنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. فصلوات الله وسلامه عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وأنعم على سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's a huge blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we made it through Ramadan. And it's a huge blessing that we made it through the last 10 days of Ramadan. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us from those who have witnessed Laylat al-Qadr. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us from those that He blessed with accepting their worship throughout Ramadan and Laylat al-Qadr. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us from those who have been forbidden on hellfire. Say Ameen. It's a huge blessings, brothers and sisters, that we live those moments in Ramadan. And it's why the Sahaba, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with them, would spend the next 6 months after Ramadan asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for one thing and one thing only, which is the full acceptance of their worship during this month. Please, brothers, if you can get up front, inshallah, and whenever you find a spot, because we want to make sure that everyone comes inside, inshallah. The Sahaba had this full recognition of the importance of the act of worship that they engaged in, but more importantly, and I want you to reflect on this, that they treated that moment, that it's a moment that they knew that it's not guaranteed that it will come again. And you and all of us here know this for a fact, and we heard this so many times, that there's a lot of people that witnessed Ramadan with us that didn't witness the following Ramadan, or might not witness. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give every single one of here a lot of Ramadans to witness, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us from those who take advantage of these moments. And that's why today, May 5th, 2023, this Friday, is a very, very special day for every single one here. And I'll tell you why in a moment. But the reason why it's special, before kind of diving of why it's special today, I want to kind of reflect on us coming to the masjid today and what was on our mind. A group of us are eager for the weekend to relax from hard week of work, are excited about the tasks that are coming, are thinking about a lot of the projects that you have next week and so many things that are making you looking forward and thinking about what's going to happen next week and the days to come. And some of us came to this Jummah thinking about how tired they were from last week, how last month could have been a bit challenging for them, how last year was not the year that they would say that this is the year that I was super happy. And we find ourselves between these two groups, group that are constantly thinking and worrying about what's going to happen in the future, and a group that is looking in the past and saying that I'm mourning a lot of things that I could have done. And we tend to forget that this moment that we're in right now is the moment that we need to pay attention to. Understanding this mindset that I need to understand what is the moment that I'm living in and what is required to make the most out of this moment. Our deen is structured on a daily basis to tell you at this time of the day, this is what you need to do. We could have had all our salawat 2 rak'ahs a day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could have said that, or 4 rak'ahs, or 3. But there's a wisdom of saying this time of the day, even though salah is the constant thing, I want you to worship me in this particular way. And this is very critical for us to reflect on. Because understanding the moment that we're living in, understanding this blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, understanding the uniqueness of the opportunity makes us make the most of it. And the Sahaba, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with them, were extremely in tune to that principle. They would always ask the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what do I need to do now to get me closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You will find in our tradition, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not rewarding particular destinations, but is constantly rewarding your pursuit to that destination. It would have been extremely difficult for us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with those who makes us to Jannah. But every single one of us is not sure if we're there yet or not. So our core responsibility is to saying that at this moment, at this day, at this particular hour, what do I need to do to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And that's why when I said May 5th, 2023 is a special single moment for every single one of us, because this is a Sa'at Ijabah, brothers and sisters. This is this hour that we're going to be in together, like all the hours that we have spent in Jum'ahs before and all the hours to come. But I don't want you to reflect on how many Jum'ahs you didn't take advantage of, or what you're planning on doing the next Jum'ahs. I'm telling you, we are in this day, on this Jum'ah, we are right now in a Sa'at Ijabah, in a time of acceptance. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept every single dua from all of us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answer what you're asking for and what are the things that are good for you that you're not asking for. Allahumma ameen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in a beautiful hadith, that the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was talking to the Sahaba about, he's saying that إن الله تعالى يقول يا ابن آدم تفرغ لعبادتي أملأ صدرك غنى وأسد فقرك وإلا تفعل ملأت يدك شغلا ولم أسد فقرك. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises and says that, O son of Adam, in the Hadith al-Qudusi, O son of Adam, I want you to truly fill your time for my worship. And if you do, I will fill your chest with richness and satisfaction, and I will hold back poverty and insufficient rizq. I will hold that back off of you. And if you don't, and watch here, brothers and sisters, if you don't is different than, well, if you don't feel like doing it, that's fine. But if you don't, I will occupy your hands with work and constantly keeping you busy, and I will hold off that faqr away from you, this poverty. I won't be your savior from that. And this is extremely important for us to reflect on, because you almost find that it's a lost pursuit for you to constantly be worrying about something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, I am guaranteeing it for you as long as you're constantly taking care of the moments that you're in, to be occupied with my worship. And when you think about this, brothers and sisters, and you think about the language that was used here, a lot of the scholars says that the biggest act of worship is this constant remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your head. Because once you get that set, all your actions, all your jawarih will be guided by that. Behavioral scientists have a very interesting thing. They say that if you ask a group of people, do you want a Mercedes today, an S-Class today? You will find it out when you walk in the parking lot. Or 100 Mercedes a year from today. They found that everyone will pick the Mercedes out. They'll be like, forget about the 100. I want to walk out of here. I want to find this car in front of me. And everyone is trying to say that in this particular moment, I want the best. Yet when you think about our pursuit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we do the opposite equation. That means that in our pursuit for worldly things, for the dunyawi stuff, we want it now. I want that car now. I want $1 million now. I want to get married now, which is a good thing, I guess. Not I guess. I think marriage is great. Alhamdulillah. I don't get in trouble. Marriage is great, and now is good too. But I'm saying that in other aspects, like the cars. I don't need to explain more. I'm digging myself in that hole. But in the worldly pursuits, cars, houses, money, etc., you all want it now. But I heard this so many times, and you're probably also not foreign to that. Inshallah, brother, I want to just work hard. I want to make money, because I think that our community, once we have money and power, we will be able to change things. And that's the time that I want to start getting involved. Just give me 20,000 years. I'm just going to, get my life together. And inshallah, once I reach that, this is the time that I want to give back. And they're almost missing the whole point of this dunya. Do we really think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't know what makes this ummah successful? Hasha lillah. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala truly waiting for us to acquire money to change things around? Over the past 1400 years, this ummah went from being the top to being the bottom. It doesn't matter where our ummah is. What matters in that particular moment, what are you doing to show Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I am doing what I have to do? I am not waiting to acquire a certain money or a certain position or a certain political position to give back. I am, Ya Allah, occupying my brain with your ibadah to say that I have something to give, and I will give it now. Because every single one of here, as we said, we know that people did not make it to the next Ramadan. We all know this. But there's something in our wiring, and myself included, that makes us push off working for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, thinking and convincing ourselves with certain equations that, I want more money because money is going to help our community, yada, 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 yada. Stop convincing yourself that putting off working for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the right plan. Working with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala requires a commitment to say that in every single moment that I have moving forward, I'm going to understand the uniqueness of the opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had presented to me, and I want to make sure that this moment is checked and it's under my scale. Brothers and sisters, I was attending a class with an atheist professor who every opportunity to ridicule or undermine religion in general, he will take it. He will call religions a joke, it's a lie, yada, yada. You know the whole, typical things that people say. Yet in the last day of class, he pulled up a number on the screen, and I believe it was like 2,500 something. And he said, this is the number of weeks that we have to live in this world. And he's asking, students in the class to reflect on this number, because he's saying that I have probably, I don't know, another whatever X number of weeks that he might live. And he's saying that I'm trying to make the most of it. So even though someone who has nothing to look forward to, we have Jannah, looking to Allah subhanahu, seeing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's face and spending time with the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We have something to look forward to. Yet we're trying to disattach ourselves from this reality and not seizing the moment. And someone who has absolutely nothing to look towards to is keeping that number in mind. Brothers and sisters, I reflect as a parent looking at my kids and trying to calibrate my frustration sometimes with being overwhelmed with being a parent and whatnot. And I remind myself that these particular moments that I have with them is not going to come back again. They won't have diapers in a few years, I hope. They won't continue to whine as little kids. And these are very unique moments that with all its challenges, it's not coming back again. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of us to give us al-fahm. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us understand our role and responsibility. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for makes us from those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are pleased with their actions every time He looks at us. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فوز المستغفرين. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in a very famous hadith, and I'm sure every single one here knows it, he highlights the importance of time, and then everyone knows that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that take advantage of the 5 before the 5, and the 5 are your youth before your old age, your health before your sickness, your wealth before your poverty, and your free time before your work, and your life before your death. Brothers and sisters, there are going to be a lot of moments. People are looking forward to graduations. People are looking forward to get a promotion. People are looking forward for their kids to get married. All these different moments that you're looking forward to. But I would love to highlight for myself and you that on a daily basis, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is dissecting the day to tell you in your one day, there's a lot of moments that you need to look forward to. That starts with the last quarter of the night till post Isha. Every single moment, and I won't dive into the different merits that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned, from accepting your dua a few hours before Fajr to duha and so on and so forth. But if there's anything that I hope to get across in this khutbah, that we all need to make a commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be constantly reflecting. And I'm going to pause here. We need to be constantly reflecting that at the moment that you're not necessarily thinking about one thing, you need to monitor what type of thoughts comes into your brain. And if you find these thoughts are trapping you between mourning a certain past, mourning something that you feel that this was a loss, or being super terrified about a future that you have no control over, make sure that you remind yourself and say that I want to live in this moment. And don't misunderstand this, that we're completely disattached from what we need to look forward to, but don't miss the opportunity from all the different advices that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam gave, like the إِذَا قَامَتِ السَّاعَةُ وَكَانَ فِي يَدِ أَحَدِكُم مِّن فَسِيلَةٍ فَلْيَغْرِسْهَا. That if the end of time has come, and you have this fasila, this seed for a palm tree, plant it, because it's telling you take advantage of the moment. Don't worry about the day of judgment. Don't worry, oh my God, I'm not a good person. I'm not going to make it to Jannah. Plant it, because that's what you need to focus on. If we're constantly thinking about that, we will reshape how we go about our lives, And we will only be able, inshallah, to significantly and incrementally make it better. I will end with this. In education, they ran a study. They told people that we're going to incentivize you if you get good grades. So you walk into a classroom and say that whoever gets an A will get this prize. Around 10% of the class did well, like meaning well that they did better than their baseline. But then when they walked into a classroom and told people that if you show us that you did the effort, you do these particular things, you will be rewarded. And then significantly in the classroom, around 80% of the class did better. Because everyone knew that I have an opportunity. I'm not trapped with my past that I never got an A. I'm not trapped with this fear that I'll never be among the smartest. I have an opportunity to do well. And I will be rewarded on my effort to do well. So I'll ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make our minds and our thoughts are constantly busy with His remembrance, with reflecting on the opportunity that we can serve Him subhanahu wa ta'ala, with us, inshallah, leaving a legacy of goodness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use us and not replace us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us Jannah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from us Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes us from those that work constantly for His pursuit. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with us and be pleased with our parents and kids till the end of time. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك اللهم لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا واصرف عنا برحمتك شر ما قضيت فإنك يا ربنا تقضي بالحق ولا يقضى عليك ولا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت ولك الحمد على ما أنعمت به وعليت. اللهم انصر المسلمين والمسلمات. اللهم انصر المسلمين في جميع بقاع الأرض. اللهم اشفي اللهم مرضانا. اللهم اشفي مرضانا. اللهم اشفي مرضانا. اللهم ارحم موتانا. اللهم ارحم آبائنا وأمهاتنا. اللهم احشرنا معهم مع نبينا المصطفى في مقعد صدق عند مليك مقتدر. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله وأقم الصلاة إن الصلاة كانت على المؤمنين كتابا موقوتا.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
استقيموا رحمكم الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم واخشوا يوما لا يجزي والد عن ولده ولا مولود هو جاز عن والده شيئا إن وعد الله حق فلا تغرنكم الحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور إن الله عنده علم الساعة وينزل الغيث ويعلم ما في الأرحام وما تدري نفس ماذا تكسب غدا وما تدري نفس بأي أرض تموت إن الله عليم خبير. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
MashaAllah, very beautiful recitation. Remind me with the Ramadan nights. May Allah accept from you and accept your prayers. Jazakallah khair, Brother Omar Awad, for this khutbah, Brother Abu Bakr for this prayer. Just want to share with you, inshallah, this weekend we have Brother Joe Bradford. He is an expert in Islamic financial wealth management. So if anyone look for like halal investment, he can attend this class. We have the flyer here. You can scan the QR code, and inshallah we'll take to the registration. It will be this Sunday at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. inshallah this Sunday. No, it will be at ISBCC Roxbury inshallah. Also, sorry. Oh, also, inshallah, we have a big event coming up. It's the Open Mosque Day. This is a day when, like all mosques in Massachusetts, open its door for non-Muslim people to get to know us, like see our prayers, get to know our tradition. It will be Sunday, May 21st. May 21st, inshallah, from 1 to 5 p.m. We'll have like guests coming here. Maybe some of you saw this happening before Corona in 2018 and 2019. We did it here. This will be a big event, inshallah. Hope all of you to be here. Welcome people, get to know them. Inshallah, Sunday 21st. And don't forget to donate to our mosque. Jazakumullah khair. Inshallah, today we will restart our Quran program for kids at 6 p.m. So try to bring your kids, inshallah, tonight. Jazakumullah khair.